What's up, what's happening out there? This is the Vent Radio Network, and as always, we bring new programming to black folks, for black folks. Y'all get it? Y'all get it? So what we want you to do now before we get started, we want you to go to YouTube, type in Vent Radio. We want you to go to Twitter, type in Vent Radio. We want you to go to Mixcloud and type in Vent Radio 313. We want you to go to Twitch. We said Twitter, right? Let's go to twitch.tv and type in Vent Radio, and you can view our newest show that came to the network, as you see on the screen, the BBS Boys.
Oh, what up, though? What's up, y'all? I'm your host, E-Double. And in the time that we're connected here tonight, we're going to be going over to discuss the late 80s and 90s hip-hop culture. That includes the cars and fashion and the way of life during that time. So stay close to your TV or to whatever your listening device is and pay attention to what we're saying and what we're talking about. Our mission is to keep the vibe alive and relevant today. That's our mission. So our topics about and what we'll be talking about will always be based on the culture from that perspective. The BB Boys itself is a movement that is being materialized not in just Detroit, but across several cities and several states. Very active on social media, and it has garnered the attention of a lot of people, including old heads, celebrities, and people who live that culture. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody called my name.
Car enthusiasts that like that and admired the whips at that time, they also are, checking us out. So from our vantage point, the cars are the foundation of the current movement. So pay attention. Once you understand that, then you can see the other influences that come with the culture from the music and how we dressed and the life experiences during that time. My fellas and myself, we all know, including Mr. Cannon, that the paper was good during that time.
Yes, it was.
The hustle was good, and all the real you-know-who's was getting that major paper.
Gave all my children an education.
That's right. The club life itself was at an all-time high, with clubs banging all over the city and other states, and including ours right here in Detroit. We will definitely expand on this and other topics throughout our connections over the next few episodes. But for today's show, we want to kick it off with our special guests all the way here from New Jersey and from Harlem. We got the originators of the BBS Boys Club. We got in the house right now my man Rich Reg.
Let's go.
And he's very rich.
Yes, sir.
He's very rich too.
Yeah,
Trust me, he's rich.
Yes. We also got my man DJ Thorough.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't forget my man Vernon up in the house here. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to the D.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
Then I can't forget my homies. We here, BBS Boys Detroit. I got the ambassador over there, my man Tony Tone. Up in the house.
Never leaving the girls alone.
That's right, Tony Tone. Yes, sir.
Never leaving the girls alone.
My man Sonny Mac over here holding up the back. You know what I'm saying? We got Nephew over there, and we got K Boogie right here.
What up, y'all?
We up in the house, y'all. So for starters, I want to expand on the origin of the BBS Boys and how the movement got started. So I'm gonna start with y'all over here. So Reg, this question is for you, man.
Let's go.
What was the inspiration to get this movement going, man? What did you do? How did that, what happened there?
The inspiration of getting this whole movement started was just our love for the old cars, the classic cars in the 80s and the 90s. Growing up younger, couldn't really afford these cars, but always knew one day we was gonna get these cars, and so when we had the chance to buy the cars, just purchase the favorite ones that we liked anyway,
right.
And one by one, it just started building up, and here we are today. We went from our first favorite car, first of all, riding around. A couple of the fellas went to ride around, meet up on the weekends, a weekend drive, just to go have a good time, ride around, meet up at our favorite spot, eat some food, bug out and chill, and then do it again next week. And after that, we just started meeting more and more people. It started getting bigger and bigger. Yeah. And here we are today. Right. Started like in 2018.
But, Reg, let's give him a clearer understanding of how it started actually.
Yes.
With me and you. So
yeah.
I'm from Harlem.
Right.
I was literally shooting a video in Harlem. in front of Rucker Park.
That's where the hoops go down.
That's where the hoops go
Yeah,
down.
for those of y'all who don't know,
Right.
that's where the hoops go down at.
Yeah, I was in Harlem shooting a video, and he pulled up.
Yep.
I
It
was
my
out there.
birthday weekend.
Yeah, I was up.
Sylvia's
Now, mind you, I never knew
Never
he
met.
existed. We never met in our life.
Right.
I was out there with my man, Ralph. He has he's from London. He has a right hand drive E190, 190 Benz. Call it double mint. It's green. So he was with me, and I had my two Saabs or whatever. So we shooting a video in front of the Rucker, and this silver 840 pulls up, and immediately, you know, we car lovers, like it's an instant connection. So we immediately, before we said anything about each other, we just like, yo, what up?
Yeah.
That's how we met. Like,
Right.
he pulled up in that car, and I was just like, yo, what up? Like, we knew each other our whole lives, and that was
It was
that's how-
organic then.
it was
Yeah,
organic.
very organic.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
And ever
That's
since
good.
then,
That's
that's how me and him linked, and we started that. And from that day on, we started meeting up every weekend.
Every weekend.
Every
See,
weekend.
that's
go
what we
for a
talking
ride.
about.
And
That's
it
true.
grew.
That's
Exactly.
Right.
true, man. So
Exactly.
that's almost similar to us, you know, because we childhood friends. You know,
Right.
you develop that bond. Can't nobody break that. So that's true. What about you, Vernon?
I've
What was
been
your
there.
inspiration?
Me and Reg, we used to do parties. You know what I mean? We had our own little crew doing parties. We throw parties called Drastic Entertainment. So I've been knowing Reg for a long time, and we've been back in the '90s. We've been riding these cars. Like I had a Land Cruiser. Reg had.
You
several
still
cars.
got it. What do you
Well, I
mean?
got two, but no. That's two that I bought afterwards.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Excuse me.
But Reg had what? He had a Z. He had all them cars. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's just
That's
it's a
why you
business
hear
story.
Rich Reg, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's rich.
Rich
Trust me,
Reg.
he's rich. Ladies, if you need help with your rent, call Rich Reg. He got
name.
you.
My friends came up with that name because when I was younger, I used to always just dream big, talk big. Like, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. So one of my friends' brothers, he just came up. Your name Rich Reg. You always just thinking big from the stocks early on in the game, and just always like, we gonna make it. So
we ain't never get into the stocks yet.
yeah,
But,
right. Mhm.
Well, let's talk about this for a second. How did that whole situation come about where, we got on the map with the BBS Boys? Talk about that.
Oh,
you and Tony
That's
Tone over
love
there and
right
DJ.
there.
What happened in
Tone,
that?
let them know how that went down.
Yeah, let him know how that happened.
Listen,
That's crazy.
I was looking for a car. Back in the day, Detroit was known for legends. And I was looking for a legend. And it so happened that Reg had a white legend for sale. But the way he did it, he posted it, and then they took it away real quick.
Changed my mind. I said, I can't
Changed
do
his
it.
mind. He said, no, I can't do it. But guess what? We saw that quick little glimpse of that for sale.
Yeah.
So we called and reached out. He didn't want to answer the phone.
Okay.
So we called him again, didn't answer the phone, and finally we just DM'd him.
Right.
Like, what's up with the car, man? You selling it? Yeah, then he went high on the price on us.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, come on, man. My negotiator was DJ Tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, Tone, this is all I'm paying for the car, point blank, period. Red said, if y'all serious, come on, get the car. We knocking on this door that surprised him.
Really? Really?
We
2
negotiated.
days later.
Yeah.
Got the car, but we hit it off because the energy was just so good.
Look,
Yeah.
when y'all knocked on the door, when he came to the door, did y'all say, "What up, though"?
You know we said
What up? What up, though?
right away. The energy was just so high.
Yeah.
It was live. And
Connected
from
from
that
point on.
I mean, from that point on, we've been talking we've been communicating
Yep.
back and forth. It's been beautiful, just beautiful. And Red said, man, we doing this culture, try to start something, and we want to see how far this go. I said, man, we do this anyway. We Detroit. We've been doing this anyway.
Yeah, we have for a long time.
Long time.
Yeah, long time.
So I gathered up the crew and like, man, y'all want to do this BBS boy thing? They said,
Yeah,
Tone,
yeah.
we've been doing it.
Y'all
Yeah.
just was looking at me and just stole my idea.
real talk, Glenn was already BBS boy.
He was already
Wow.
real
It was
talk.
already
Yeah.
BBS Boys.
You know,
Let's go.
Yes,
since
sir.
we talking about classics,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to. I usually can't brag on myself. I can't bring myself to do it, but I'm
We can
I'm the
brag for
first guy to order the 190E
Wow.
in our area.
Mm.
When I saw that car, it was like, And this a woman's car. This car too little.
It's small, right.
It didn't look little back then.
But then one of my friends up in Brooklyn showed me one with the kit on it.
Yeah, AMG kit.
That's how we
With
did
the
it back
AMG
then.
kit on it.
That's how we do it.
With the BBSs on it.
Wow.
Game over.
I said, run that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I was 19.
Yeah.
I think I was 19 when I bought that car. And when I see one now, I just, damn,
Beautiful car.
that's what it is right there.
Yeah.
But you know, you guys have been moving cars all day long, huh?
Yes, sir.
day.
All day long.
So
Yeah.
tell us, I don't want to get away from the conversation, but I want to make sure that we put the word out there strong, what you guys are doing tomorrow here in the Detroit area.
Yeah, DJ Envy from the morning show.
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, the Breakfast Club. He's having a show down at TCF tomorrow from 12 to 5. It's a car show, but you know, kids can come down. They're gonna be giving out candy, trunk to treat. They got rides and stuff for the children. We'll be down there displaying all of our cars, most of the whips that we got. We still got some we didn't even bring, but we're gonna highlight the vehicles, show the kids a good time. We got some merch we're gonna put out there too as well. Just again for the culture, we just gonna you know talk to people. They're gonna get interviews and all that other kind of stuff going on. But really, this is our launch for what we doing
Yes.
from a different perspective, and we're gonna continue. You know, like today, this is our inaugural, you know, show.
That's dope.
So for the OGs, they're gonna be at Cobo Hall tomorrow.
Yeah, if they not, they better come on.
Now,
You know,
for the young folks, it's the
TCF.
TCF Center.
Yeah.
TCF Center.
Yeah.
So old school, Cobo Hall. New school,
TCF.
TCF.
Yep.
Y'all
Yep.
be there tomorrow. It's gonna be hot. I'm telling you, you're gonna be amazed at
bring
these
the kids.
vehicles.
Yeah. Bring the
Yeah,
kids.
bring the kids.
Bring the kids. Bring
Yeah.
the kids.
You got candy, you got
got
Halloween
everything.
stuff set up for them.
They got rides, man.
A haunted house,
Everything.
all that.
Yeah.
Y'all got some belts. Y'all gonna need some
Well,
belts.
hopefully
Some
the parents
belts.
got the belts.
Yeah. Some belts or some
Is there a
Ritalin,
price
one of
to
the
get
two.
in? Sandman said.
Is there a price to get in? So I think the price is $29 at the door, or you could have went to Eventbrite and purchased your tickets if you haven't done so yet. Probably be the best interest to go down there, so you don't have no problems or whatever. But at any rate, just come. You know, it's supposed to be not raining outside
Yeah, it's
tomorrow.
supposed to
I
be a
don't think.
better day.
But then if it is, it's a good place to bring the kids to get some. You know, it's you got to be safe. We talked about this on your show about how difficult it is right now for kids to actually be trick or treating and enjoying themselves. So that's that. All right, we're gonna take a break for a second.
We good. But if
you
you want
straight?
to, yeah, we
good?
good. Let's
We
roll.
good. Okay, well I'm gonna keep rolling.
This y'all's house. Y'all done
Okay,
took
this-
over Cobo.
This question right here gonna lead me into some other stuff. Let's go. So this question right here
Hey,
for each one of y'all.
There's so many black shirts in here. I
This for each one
got
of-
scared. I was ready to get the hell up out of here.
So thoroughly at you first, man. What was your first whip, and the one you put together that you rebuilt? Which one was your first one?
My first one was the convertible Saab with the Gucci seats.
Okay,
That was my first one.
Been in every
that's a beautiful car,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Where's that car been
Did Dapper
showcased
Dan
at? Where's
do
that?
Oh man, so that car,
it's-
man, you name it, they drove it. But basically, the first person to use the car actually was Drake and French Montana.
Okay.
They use it in a video called "No Stylist," and that's the first major, I guess, public
Exposure to the car?
if you will.
Yeah.
But the whole reason to backtrack on that, even the reason why I even got the car. So when I was in New York, I'm in Harlem. So basically, I do a lot of traveling. You know what I mean? So when I go to the West Coast, I used to always see the lowriders, like
Red Dog.
the Red Dog. Yeah, shout out Red Dog.
Red Dog.
So my point
That's an
is,
inside joke, y'all.
that's the inside joke. So my point is, when I travel the world, when I go to Miami, I see dunks. When I go to Cali, I see lowriders.
Right.
You get where I'm going. So
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in New York, before, and this is real talk, before me and Reg started like really going hard with this, it wasn't a collective of what you see now.
Right.
Because it was like almost a lost culture up in you know, the Northeast.
Yeah.
Before we started really going hard with this. So when I saw the movie Paid in Full, shout out to Dame Dash, they had a Saab in there. And me being in Harlem, I would always wonder, why have why does no one in Harlem
Have a Saab.
have a Saab?
True.
Like
Right.
literally
Nobody.
nobody.
Facts.
Wow.
Nobody
yeah.
had that car. So that's the whole reason I even got the car. Like, and I really bought that car to do a video. I produced, I got records out, and I literally just bought the car.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to all of that in a minute.
So
yeah.
only reason I bought that car was to do a video shoot, and it turned into me meeting him and it going somewhere else. But to answer to your question, my first car that I hooked up was a Saab. It's a blue Saab with Gucci's interior. It's a 101. And you can see that on the BBS Boys page and on my page. You know, the cars
That's
has
a
been
beautiful
everywhere.
whip, man. That's a
So
beautiful whip.
to answer your question, also 50 Cent used the car. I'm Jim Jones, Mano. Pretty much
Everybody.
everybody's used that
yeah,
car.
yeah,
What
yeah.
that?
French.
Montana.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
Said
said-
French.
said
Yeah,
French,
said French.
French
yeah.
first, yeah.
Yeah, French
Did,
Montana.
Drake.
Drake. A lot of people have, you know, I know I'm missing somebody right now, but a lot of people have used that car.
Even
Right.
even the local people that's not even big yet
Yeah.
using the car.
Yeah,
They just call
yeah.
it because they
It's
see other
it's a
people
staple.
using the car.
It's like a staple in the community. Like
Yeah.
the car is it's a fixture in the community. Like literally.
And when
you
he
know?
pull up with the paid in full license plate, they just get excited. They
Right.
Yeah,
just-
yeah, yeah.
You
That's
know
a
what I mean?
classic,
That's
man.
a
That's
classic.
classic. That's a
You know what I mean?
classic.
They see
The
the
car,
paid
yeah,
in
the
full.
car's literally called
Yeah.
paid in full. Like
Yeah.
that's what it's a real plate. It
The
says
thing,
paid in
yeah.
full. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how long have you had that Saab?
I had that Saab almost 4 years now.
Okay.
4 years.
Okay.
Right.
Forgot the red one?
I got it, and I have a red one identical to it. It's red and tan. It's done the same exact way. So it's two of them. There's the blue one, and there's a red one. It's done exactly the same way. It's identical.
Okay.
Right. That's fresh, man.
Yeah.
So, Reg, that same question's for you and for you, Vernon. What was your first whip, and the one you put together? The first whip that you put together that you stood back and was like, "Damn, yeah, that's my thing right there."
I got 2 Land Cruisers right now, and I'm still working on them, and they ain't completely put together. You know what I mean? I'm a
Right.
truck dude, so.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And everything takes time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You gotta do it the right way.
Oh, yeah, that's-
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm
what's
waiting.
up.
That's what I'm waiting.
That's what this all means. BBS Boys, if you ain't doing it the right way,
Yeah, you
I
got
got a
to
96.
go half
you
stepping.
can't get down with us.
I
You
thought
can't.
the right way was the only way.
That is the
Yeah.
only way.
Yeah.
You know, as far as you want to be a part of this
Yeah.
culture, you know,
Yeah.
part of this. what
I
we
got a
represent.
96 Land Cruiser and I got a 95 Land Cruiser.
Right,
Beige gut on one, gray gut on the other,
my man.
and I'm just just working on them.
Okay.
I just have a quick question. Do
Yeah.
you all have names for these cars?
Yeah.
did we name
I
them
just told you
individually? We just
my,
said
my,
red,
car, my
dog.
car is paid in full. The blue, my
Yeah.
blue Saab, it's paid in full, and the
Yeah,
red one is
they-
called 80s Baby.
They all named.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
yep.
For me,
They all got names.
And the car we referring to as Red Dog is a 6'4". It's a
Impala.
Impala. With the convertible, with the
And
the
hydraulics,
boing, boing,
Red
boing
Dog.
on it. Yeah, it's got the boing boing on it.
Red
So-
Dog's on you, man.
She want to get in that one that go up and down.
That's a Red Dog.
Hey, Reg,
I mean, this is an adult show.
She
you
was
know
just
what I mean?
Yeah.
she was just trying to find out if y'all had. Look,
Yeah. So Reg, the question for you is now the same thing.
So
Which
for
was
me,
your favorite car that you put together? You know, from scratch, and how you
Favorite
did
or
it,
the
and
first
what's
one he put
the first one or the
Oh,
favorite?
man.
Either one, whichever
Well,
you
the
choose.
first is it got to be the favorite because that was what got us here, you know. So I must say for that, I have the 840, the BMW 97 840 CSI,
Mhm.
and the name of that car is cryptocurrencies.
Crypto.
Yeah, he the man on that. That's why
Yeah.
we call him Rich
I
Reg.
named it crypto
Reg.
because of at the time when I was looking to get that car, I think it was XRP or one of the cryptocurrencies. I said, "Oh, that's gonna buy this car," and it bought the car. And I just been so fascinated with just the whole investment game and everything. So I named that car cryptocurrency.
Right, right.
And now the reason why that's one of my favorite cars because I actually went to Wall Street area. I went to and I shot a video for that car. And the video was built around investing awareness to my peoples, you know. The video was built around awareness to my people, and it was built around, you know, the car culture. So went to Times Square, we shot a video, you know, outside Wall Street talking about we went outside Wall Street talking about well I was giving a message. I called one of my guys on the phone. Like, do you see the stock of crypto? Bitcoin is at $3,000 right now. Y'all got to get on
It
some
was
Bitcoin
at
right now.
$3,000.
This is real talk.
Wow.
Like, people don't
Yeah.
understand that video was some real, like, not only just pushing the car culture, but I've been doing investing since like the 90s. So I'm always preaching to a lot of people, get into stocks. So I went out there. What a perfect place. I'm in the Mecca. I'm in the financial district, Wall Street. So that video, yo, call the fellas, Bitcoin $3,000. You got to get on it right now. You got to get on Bitcoins right now. So we shot the video. Shout out to Nas. I used his song. I got the whole concept. One day, the world is yours. Whose world is this? So we was going to be in the Times Square financial district, get footage of the Wall Street Bull.
The bull, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Get footage of the whole financial district. Then we rolled up the West Side High. What's that? The Frederick? What's that one?
They're using FDR.
FDR. We was on FDR.
Yeah,
We took
FDR
a video. It's a
drive.
camera guy. Shout out to the camera guy who did it. The video crazy.
Yeah, I saw that.
They had a video crazy. The angles, like we riding, like he's like, yo, don't worry about me. He on a skateboard on the side of me with a camera, and I'm like, yo, how you gonna keep up to me? Don't worry, this motorized. This is motorized.
Yeah, they got that.
So he
now.
had the motorized skateboard doing. It went up to like 35 miles an hour, and the angles and the shots that he took with this video when we was done was amazing. So we rolled through from the FDR. We went through like Midtown area all the way up till Central Park to the Trump Towers. I said we got it in this video, being that the video was The World Is Yours. We had to get that globe at the Trump Towers. I needed that captured.
Right.
And you know, that right there really sparked a lot of people and said, oh, who are these cats? You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys really taking this car culture. And again, shout out to everybody that's in this whole car enthusiast, you know, but it means so much to us because this is our culture. This is our culture for us, by us, FUBU, you know. So it's nobody could paint the picture better than us. Like, you know what I'm saying? And shout out again to everybody who did it of any nationality, whatever. But I believe that it's something for us. We need to take ownership of our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? We put these cars together. We put the fashion together.
You just struck a nerve right there.
Yeah, like
that's all you've been talking about.
You know?
That's all you've been talking about. This man right here is a
like,
perfect
that's crazy.
example of that.
You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of, we're not going to put them out there. You see a lot of different car cultures. You see a lot of different people out here promoting our culture. Like, you can't tell us our culture better than us. So that's why it means so much to us, and we go so hard at this because we really do this. We passionate about this. There's some days we get up, we'll make a bunch of money, pushing what we doing, the culture, parts, putting cars together. Some days, you know, nothing come in, but we still love it. It's the passion. And and the great thing about it, like, the reward is, like, a lot of, like, we took this from the street to Hollywood. Like, we really took this to Hollywood. We don't work along Rihanna and A$AP Rocky used our cars for videos.
I saw that.
J Balvin used our cars for
Nas.
videos. Nas.
Right now, there's a billboard with our cars.
Exactly.
I don't say mine, it's ours.
Exactly.
In Times Square right now, and Calvin Klein with our cars. Yeah, they do.
And the list goes on, you know what I'm saying? So this is the reward you get. We had our cars also featured. A shout out to Raising the Cane and 50 Cent.
Yeah.
They called us and said 50 requested y'all personally and wanted our cars displayed stage for the premiere of the Raising the Cane. And that is what really motivates us to keep us going, because the reward at the end, you know, and you meet great people.
Yes, sir.
Like, we met Tone. When Tone and them came from Detroit to Jersey to pick up the car, they's like, yo, we gotta use the bathroom. I said, yo, go ahead, open the door. And I'm outside. He came outside. He's like, yo, Reg. Y'all some official cats. Yeah. He said, y'all just opened your house. Like, you opened up your house like that to us and let us go upstairs to use the bathroom. Real talk. I'm like,
but you know, the culture always teaches you real people. We talked about this, integrity, you know, loyalty and all that. We got that. That's why our circle's so tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Me and Thorough, how long we knew each other before I went to go? We flew to Cali and I bought me an NSX in Cali. Yeah. I hit Thorough. I said, yo, we gonna go get this car. Me and Thorough went to Thorough was like, yo, we just did some stuff that artists do. We
do what rappers talk about.
I thought you posted that.
I mean,
we posted that.
I saw that too.
Yes. Yeah. We located the car. Shout out to my guy out there, Clarence in L.A. We was gonna drive back from L.A. in the car. We was gonna drive back from L.A. Thorough idea, but once we got to LA. He's like, yo, take the car, ride around, take my plates, ride around. I'll let y'all seen like some. First of all, this is the crazy part. I said, where we meeting up at to go find this car? He's like, yo, come to this address. So when we come to this address, we just see all black and white cars pulling inside the parking lot. I'm looking like, yo, what the heck is we at?
The police station.
We went to the police station, though. So he's like, yo, we at the police station.
That's the best way to make a transaction, though.
And we work, we honest cats, so we work.
Yeah.
So, but when we pulled up, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, at least we know that we in good hands. So while we test driving the car, he like, go ahead, hit the gas. I said, I ain't getting no ticket. You crazy? He's like, don't worry about it. So he is so persistent. I know he watching it. Clarence watching it, laughing. He was like, yo, you good? I said, yo, what, you police? He said, yeah. I said, oh, no, we good then. I said, you should have been saying that. So I'm hitting the gas. I'm riding. And this was so epic. Thero was looking like calling my phone like, you all right? Because I was going at that point. I took a long test drive.
Right.
So I'm riding around L.A. This blew my mind. I'm riding around L.A. La Cienega Boulevard, just riding on Rodeo Drive. I'm just riding around L.A., picking up an NSX. I'm like, wow.
What kind of shit is that?
Loved it.
We have some questions for some of the YouTube viewers.
Yes. All right now.
So we got Bo Henderson that says, "Yay, BBS Boys! What was all of y'all's first ride, and what do y'all want to come out of this movement?"
More money, more money.
Well, for me again, it was the 850. I got the 850. That was my first ride. Y'all first ride?
My first ride was once again the Saab, a Saab 900 turbo convertible. That's my first, ride.
96 Land Cruiser.
Hey, I had the.
Hold on, I'm gonna hit my first ride.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, dog.
Listen to this. XR4 Ti McCurr.
That's the Mercedes Scorpio, right?
Y'all don't even know about that.
Yeah, I know about that. We played those heavy in North.
McCurr.
We played those heavy in North.
He refurbished. What color was it?
Oh man, cocaine white.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I never say that too. I was about to say
Cocaine
white.
You had to see it though.
Yeah,
The interior.
was great.
Yeah.
Seats pipe white.
Yes, sir.
With the XR4
what was up with
Ti
DJ Cashville, what up?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I want to
I
ask
just
Sonny
want y'all to
Mac.
know.
What
With them deep dish hammers. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What was yours, Sonny Mac?
Mine was a 1988 Acura Legend.
Wow.
In 88, I was 19.
Talk that.
Boss.
Yeah.
Talk
Alright.
that.
Red with tan interior.
Boss.
With red seats, pipe, with gold rims.
Boss.
I had the gold package with 24 karat.
You had that
gold
generation.
rims
You had that first generation.
Hey, what color was the door handles?
on. The door handles was dipped in gold, buddy.
No.
Yes, they were. Yes, it was.
We need to
Yes,
get
sir.
that back.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I was the hottest thing riding
Oh
And he
my
was
goodness.
the hottest thing.
That's
around.
crazy. With gold door handles.
Gold
Door
handles.
handle.
Classic.
I was
Class.
on fire, man.
That's classic.
I was on fire in 19.
Yes, sir.
Dara, what was your first car?
My very first car?
Yeah.
Before that, it was a Jetta, actually.
Oh, you
Oh,
can.
my-
It was
my-
a Jetta.
That
GLI.
Yeah.
A GLI.
Down crazy. I had a GLI too. A
A
great
GLI. had a white-
My first
great
car was
interior.
a Honda Accord. I bought, but it was a DX, right?
Put
So
the
you know
chrome facts in
the
there.
DX had the black bumpers and
Yep.
it was white. So I painted the bumpers. It was cloth seats. My man and them dropped me off a car with leather seats. Swapped him out.
Yep.
I dipped the rims.
Facts and chrome.
Dipped the
Hey.
rims in chrome.
Virginia Beach. Here we
It was
go.
wind up window. I changed the wind up to power.
Yeah.
It was 1990. I was
Yeah.
19. I'm like, man, let me go.
Yeah.
I told my man, I was working at a sneaker store. I told my man, I said, yo, I'm gonna get that. He like, yo, you really got that. My man Fu from Ivory Hill. Big up,
Behind the
Fu.
cars. You had one of those back in the
I
day.
had one of them too.
Yeah.
And mine was gold, and I put inkies on that boy.
Wow.
And
That's true.
and it was a fact. I bought the car and didn't know how to drive a stick.
Wow.
DJ told me he ain't here. He took me to go get it, and I paid cash for the car, and I drove off. Didn't know how to drive a stick.
Yeah.
He told me, sitting next to me, for 3 minutes, well, maybe 5 minutes. This is what you do this, that, and the other. I'm like, okay. And he said, I'm gonna follow you to the
That's
crib.
heavy.
Follow you to the crib. Then I bought a Bronco. It was the last Bronco off the assembly line. They didn't make no more after that. It was Eddie Power.
Wow, Eddie
Oh,
Power.
yeah,
edition.
yeah,
We know
Power
that.
edition.
The OJ edition.
Y'all was playing
The
down
OJ
here.
edition.
Y'all was playing
It
down
was
here.
blue with peanut butter
Yeah.
insides,
Oh
man.
my
You
God.
boys,
And that you could hear me coming.
Yeah.
I put the sounds in there.
you boys done probably spent a couple $1 million in
Oh,
vehicles.
facts.
Yeah, easy.
Facts.
So, is there any other questions out there? Anybody
But
else
I
have
want
any?
to build on what you just said though. This is the great thing about this whole classic car movement now. The part when you can rent your cars out for
the car pays for
videos.
themselves.
Yeah.
Car pays for itself now.
It's
The
an
videos,
investment.
the movies, special events, people call us like we want to use your cars. We saw the cars on this. The investment is a mobile billboard. What we doing right now? It's a mobile ad. You know what I'm saying? So when we drive around, we put these videos up. When they see these cars out here, a lot of people like you would be amazed at the 50 at the Raising the Canaan premiere we was. All the cast. If you go to the page, you can see the cast were amazed. Wow, sitting in the car to take the pictures. It's just a feel good. It's a great feeling that you get when you see these cars because it brings you back to that point in time.
Yeah, and I want to mention something. Everybody that's listening right now, you checking us out. You know, you can go to Instagram, BBS Boys.
BBS Boys,
right?
BBS Boys, the BBS
And
Boys
then we
Detroit.
got _ BBS Boys Detroit.
Mhm.
Follow us. Check us out.
True.
You know, we're going to have opportunities for you to get merch.
Mhm.
They got opportunities for you to get merch.
With the
you know, all of
website.
that. And if you're looking for a whip, we could do
We
that
can
too.
store the
You know what I'm saying?
cars,
We
we
do
do
all that
everything,
stuff.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll find you anything you want.
Yeah.
So
anything
Bo
you want.
Henderson, who was asking another question, pretty much
Jules,
just
facts.
answered your question. But the phone, we're gonna open the phone lines up.
Yeah, do
Okay,
that.
The
Let's
number is
go. Let's go. Do that.
248-429-7224. If you got any questions to the BBS boys, you can hit that number up and talk to them. You know, I think that it's a great thing, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's spreading.
Without a doubt.
It's spreading
Without a
like
doubt.
I think, you know,
wildfire.
for us
Shout
to-
out to the UCC. Shout out to my boy.
Shout out
Coach
my man
K.
Jules in the
Shout out
building.
to Kirk
Yes.
Frost. Shout out to Biddy. Shout out to Jimmy out there with the 90s era car club. Shout out to the Paid in Full car club. Shout out to the BBS Boys Maryland.
It's all love.
Yeah,
We show
it's
love
all
to
love.
everybody.
Shout out to
Everybody.
BBS Boys
Boys
Oakland.
Oakland.
Yes.
Oakland in the house.
Yeah, we got a
It's
chapter in
growing
Oakland.
like
Yeah.
wildfire.
And
We
Shout
got
out
a
to
chapter
BBS
in
Boy
Oakland.
Massachusetts too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
shout out
Mass-
to BBS Boys Darnell, Massachusetts.
Yep.
Tito's,
We
don't worry.
definitely expanding.
Pardon me.
So
right.
we doing this thing because we love it, right?
Exactly.
So,
It's a
so,
fun
so,
thing.
So here's what I want
It's
to say.
age, it's age appropriate.
Yes.
No, doesn't matter if you're
Yeah.
18, no matter if you're 60, 70.
Yeah. Just
Everyone
the
had a
culture's there.
favorite car. Everybody. There's no, like, if people like, y'all still doing that? What's old about finding a classic car that you love, restoring it, and going out on a Sunday drive, going to cars and coffee meetups and meet like-minded individuals? Basically, we taking what they did on the golf course, you know
Put
what
it
I'm saying?
in the
We're
car.
taking that
We
to
taking-
now,
we
we're
taking
taking
it
it on the
over to
road.
us. Yeah,
We in
we
the
taking
cars
it
and
back.
we meeting up at these locations. We meeting great people. We networking. We building. We getting together. We network. We building businesses and things is happening out of this.
So this leads to my next question. So the movement is strong,
Mhm.
and now it seems to be gaining a whole lot of strength, right?
Mhm.
Because of us and
Yes,
other
true.
individuals and those chapters that you talked
True.
about. So from that perspective, or from your perspective, how do we preserve it and keep it relevant?
Consistency.
Keep it going.
Gotta
Sir,
Consistency.
I like that consistency.
It's
Consistency.
all about
Yep.
that consistency. You got to stay relevant. You got to just keep putting that content out there. You know, just grind hard. It's all work.
Yeah.
No matter if
Yeah.
you restoring the cars to now it's time getting that groundwork, putting the cars out, getting the cars out there to these different corporations so they can place these cars in their videos, place it in their ads or whatever. It's constant work, you know.
Right.
But
right.
the good thing about it now, they see us now, so it's not that hard for us to get the exposure now. They come knocking on our door now because they see the different. We work with a bunch of great top, A-list artists. So
Yeah.
now
And they
you know,
gravitating to us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
They coming
saying?
to us.
They coming to us.
Mhm.
You know
That
what?
means something.
You know what got me excited when we all ran back into each other.
Yeah.
I thought about all the money that I had spent messing around with different things that I like and enjoy. And when I saw you guys monetizing and building an organization around the things that you love and that you put your money into, I said, damn, if we only had been thinking like that
Wow.
for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
You know, but when you guys came to me about the radio show, my first question to you all as a group was, are y'all talking to BBS about some kind of endorsements?
Yeah, we stay on the phone with them. Huh?
You want to have a you want to hit a real answer?
No.
Go ahead.
See, I'm not. I don't play the political correct
Yeah,
game.
so talk. Come
So
on.
basically,
And shout out to Jesse.
shout out to Jesse, but I got to keep it 100. So BBS is owned by a white boy that got black dudes trying to tell us what to do.
Okay.
They're not cutting no checks.
Right.
We are not promoting the BBS wheels. We're promoting a lifestyle. We're promoting the culture. You know.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I don't give a damn about BBS.
Black Boys Services, Black Business Services.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Black Business
They're not
Services.
doing nothing for us, but trying to tell us what to do.
Right.
But they're not cutting no checks.
Exactly.
And
so-
I'm glad that you put it out there like that. And only for the reason that as black people we love a lot of different things.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
We got a whole bunch of shit we like. But we have to get to the point to where we tell people, if you want us to keep loving what you making, you have to do something.
We set
You
the
have
tone.
to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
And we can't, just like you were just in your statement, we can't be ashamed to say that.
Exactly.
That's why-
Not at all.
Because guess what? If your homeboy doing something with you and then you feel like he's not supporting you the same way, you're going to check him on
Right.
that.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Without doubt.
And it's all respectfully, you know.
Right, it's all
It is what it is.
It's
At this point,
business.
in this
It's
point in
business.
time, we've been grinding out. We done took it from the streets again to Hollywood, you know. And you see what's going on. You follow the page. I know the whole BBS. There's a couple of them to follow the page. You see what's going on. At this point, you should have been came to us to say, look, let's get to the round table and let's figure this out. You know, because we are bringing a lot of values to the whole company, you know.
Yeah.
Like we have, come on, you see it. We have the celebrities shouting out, you know, the BBS Boys.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like.
It'll come. It'll
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
You know, but
It's going to come double. They got to pay
Yeah,
double
yeah,
now.
that's
That's
all.
all.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
They got
That's
to pay
right.
double now.
Quote Fat Joe.
True.
that's
Shout
it.
out to Fat Joe.
Yes, sir.
So we have a question
Okay.
from a listener that asks, how does another city or a city start a chapter such as in, what did you say, St. Louis? South Carolina.
South Carolina. Peace to South Carolina.
I'm just saying.
So,
Get a
I
car.
like that. Yeah. So basically,
Word.
if you start a chapter, first of all, you have to have at least 5 members with the cars. We have to approve it.
Yeah.
5 members, 5 cars. The cars have to
It's a
be
process.
Exactly. The cars have to be
Clean.
Clean. It's not just
Throw some rims on.
You can't
Yeah.
just throw rims on the
No,
car.
we don't have
The
to
car
put
got to
that.
have personality.
You gotta
Yes.
have personality. It
And a name.
has to be clean.
damn, I ain't gonna get in.
You have to have BBS.
Yes,
You have
yeah,
to.
you got
There's
to
no
be
other
there.
way. If you don't have no BBSs, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
BBS.
exactly.
Right.
You gotta have BBS. But the
Right.
most thing about it, then after that, we have to go through the process of just really just
We gotta know who you are.
know who you are. We got because
if you
it's
win
about
this, if
energy.
you-
We all of we about just putting together a group of people
Right.
with great energy.
Yeah, you can't
Bottom
come,
line.
You can't come
It's
with
about
no
having
bad
great
energy or you
any
know
bad energy. We don't want no part of that. We just
representing
want-
us.
Yeah, not representing
because
us.
because
It's
now
no-
if you come out with some bad energy and we say BBS Boys, we walking somewhere
Yep.
and this knucklehead somewhere then did something just outrageous or just disrespectful that don't even
Get
fit
that
our
one.
personality, we don't want to be associated with nothing
Yep.
like that.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I just wanted to add
Yeah.
that
Pull the mic
Yeah,
up.
pull
just
the mic
yeah.
up, man, and pull the backs down.
Who
are you? Who are you? Sonny Mac?
Yeah, who
I'm
is
Sonny,
that?
Sonny Mac, BBS
Sonny
Boy.
Mac, BBS
Sonny
Boy.
Mac.
Redbird. Let's go.
BBS Boys where?
Let's go.
Sonny Mac, why don't you just pull your chair up there, man,
yeah,
you
man.
know, and act like y'all go together or something.
I just wanted to ask.
go.
I just wanted to interject that months ago we was on like a Skype call, and I've never. Well, I knew Rez, but I never seen the rest of these guys. So how you could tell that we're all like-minded? That I got on a Skype call with like 8 individuals, and we was like we went to school together.
Well, you know
Just-
what?
just
You know
that
why that
quick.
is? When a group of people really love something, you become like-minded because you love the same things.
That amazed me though,
You know,
man, 'cause
you ever
I-
notice how even with here, you know, most of the older guys that jit, they all mess with each other.
Yeah.
And the jit was created back
he
when
still jit.
back when the BBS rims was popular. But guess all of those guys they still hang with each other.
Yeah.
Because they got something that they care about and that they love, and other folks may not get it. See, it's a lot of people watching right now. They don't get this shit we talking about.
No, they don't. They
They
don't
don't.
understand.
But if it's not cars, then it's got to be clothing. It's got to be. It's something from the black culture that you love.
That's what
now
I
you
said.
might not want to admit it,
Right.
but it is because guess what? You probably put more of your money into that than you have your house.
Exactly. Right.
But with you guys, it's called a synergy, which means it's a common.
She said synergy. I know how to spell that.
Synergy.
As a matter of fact.
It's a common thread among all of you, which expounds the respect that you have mutually.
Right.
Which
yes.
is missing with our young people today.
Yep.
So how do you think that gap was created? Because when I see you guys and I feel that synergy and I feel the commonality, but when I look at some of the people we've had come in from a different era, it's like, wow, it's such a difference.
Well, first of all, it's like this. We come from an era where we had tough skin. You could yell at me and say something to me, and I ain't gonna go in the corner and just want to go commit suicide.
Or we just fight it off.
You understand
Knuckle to
that we're
knuckle.
trying to, knuckle to knuckle.
Or you,
know
walk,
what I'm saying?
or you walk away and go
Or you
get
walk
some
away
air.
and go get some air or
Tuck
something
and
like
roll.
that. But we know how to manage things mentally. Because of what we come from. Like you said, you remember being a young fella, I want to get that. I'm going to focus my mind around that, this, that, and the other. Right now, you have a lot of, and I'm not trying to go sideways and talk about, the home life and how things were, like mother, daddy in the household and all that kind of stuff. But it does make a difference. If you don't have a male in your life, if you don't have a male in your life at a young age, whether it been a dude from the neighborhood who was that guy who reached out to the young fella and said, come here, man, let me show you something, this, that, and the other. Or you had a big brother. Because daddy, most of the time, in some of those situations, weren't there. More prevalent now than it was before. Because you had that OG in the neighborhood who could tell you something. They don't have that now because nobody could tell them anything because they've been raised by themselves or they just, out there and smoke way too much weed to even understand what you're talking to them about. We talked about this on the last show.
Well,
the chemicals and stuff in there that we didn't have to deal with. So,
unfortunately, though, a OG to a lot of the young dudes now, man, is not a thing of respect.
No, it's
Not at all.
They say it out of their mouths,
Right.
but when they get around the corner, it's some other shit.
Yeah.
And you have to be very mindful and very careful of that, when you're trying to build organizations and things where brothers trying to do the right thing. You have to be very mindful of that.
Right.
Because some dudes will call you an OG out of disrespect.
Right. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah.
And you'll feel his energy. If you really an OG,
You know the difference.
you gonna know the
definitely
difference.
know the difference.
That's true.
Yeah, very
and
true.
that's another thing about BBS that I dug. It was like when I first started cutting into you guys about it, you was like, man, we just don't roll with anybody.
Not
That's
at all.
right, man.
Not at all.
It's a
because
process.
it's very
It's-
important.
And it should be a process.
Right.
Because it's that cancer that we spoke about last week.
Yeah.
You let that cancer get in, man, and it just
Dangerous.
It just
Yeah.
start eating.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
So,
Inside out.
Yeah.
Eat you.
Yeah.
Inside out.
but I love the concept. I mean,
Yeah, it's a beautiful
To go
thing.
back to her statement too, now you can go on any social platform and you watching fights, you watching people get shot. Back in the day, people would break that up.
Yeah.
Right.
They
right.
wouldn't watch it.
Instead of videotaping it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They promoting the nonsense.
We got to get
Right.
back to breaking it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
But they videotaping it now because they want that views. You
Yeah,
know?
they want the
You
Yeah.
would get a whooping by your
down the
neighbor
street.
down the street.
Yeah.
And then she gonna tell your mama when
And you get
she
another
home,
one.
Yeah, you done got like 3 whoopings throughout the day. So we need to get back to
Yeah.
they call whoopings child abuse now.
Yeah. That's
So we got to figure out how to get back to.
that's what I said earlier. The sensitivity about everything is just on an all-time high.
Yes.
So I want to change this topic right now and move a little towards back to the culture and what we was talking about. Thorough. This
Yes,
for you,
sir.
man. So people, for the people out there who don't know you, who have you been associated with, far as on the music side,
Oh,
and
so-
what you've been doing on that, far as the hip hop culture.
Right.
So let's get out there on that.
Right. All right. So anybody that may not be familiar with me, I go by the name of DJ Thorough. I refer to myself as the DJ for the stars, if you will. Like I DJ for 50 Cent. I've tour DJ for 50 Cent, Wu-Tang Clan, Cassidy. That's pretty much what people know me from doing a lot of.
Damn, you didn't give him no applause till he said Cassidy.
I also do a radio show. So if anybody's familiar with satellite radio, Shade 45. Me and my partner Scram Jones, we got a show called Beast Music. I go down every Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m. We prime time. We got 47 million listeners to that channel.
Beautiful.
On that station.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Congrats, man. Success to the brother.
And anybody that's listening, if you're into real hip hop like I am, if everybody's familiar with the verses, right?
Yeah.
So I had the pleasure and the honor of doing the verses. I was DJing for Ray. That's on the verses page right now. You can see
who's Ray, dog? I don't know.
Raekwon.
Okay.
Raekwon from Wu-Tang Clan.
Ray Charles.
So if you saw the verses, it was Raekwon versus Ghostface.
Epic.
Okay.
I was the
Shout out
DJ
to
for
Ray.
Raekwon, and shout out my man
Ghost.
Technician. He was DJing for Ghostface. So that's up there, documented footage. So you can go check that out if you missed it. That was the epic verses, if I must say so myself.
All right.
So I love to listen to DJs, man. I've been down with my man DJ Tone from day one. I remember being in his mama's dining room. We would have sessions, man, from like 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 1 o'clock in the night.
And while we just found out today that he was a DJ Tone, not you know what I mean? Like that ain't Paolo.
He told me months ago.
Let me say this real quick. We riding down the street. Picked him up from the airport. Slipped in the CD. And they're like, man, it's banging. Who is that? I said, that's DJ Tone.
Word up.
Man, we rocked the club. He was I was an aspiring artist way back, and doing the rap thing. Me and my man locally, we was a Detroit artist. We was coming up when Trick and all them was doing their thing and coming up. It was a bunch of us way back then.
Trick.
Yeah, shout out Trick.
Are you a historian of Detroit hip hop?
Yeah,
All
somewhat.
right, I'm gonna throw a name at you. It's hip hop trivia real quick. I'm off topic, but whatever.
Oh, if I can pass this month.
You ready for it?
Okay, yeah.
You ever heard of Awesome Dre?
Man, hold on, wait, third. You know where I'm gonna mess you up at? I'm gonna go pull out the old caddy, the one y'all saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna slip in his cassette.
Wow.
That's how I'm gonna do.
Cassette?
And the hardcore committee.
The
Let's go.
hardcore committee.
Yeah, listen.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
That
Dre
was
go back. We was chill easy back in the day.
Didn't y'all do shows together?
Yeah, we did shows.
that was my first.
Hey, look, Detroit's Most Wanted.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Detroit-
them.
Yeah,
Shout out
Detroit-
to my man DJ Tone, BBS
Right.
boy, who not here
Yeah,
right now.
shout out
yeah,
Tone.
yeah,
Shout out
right.
Tone. Let's
He
go.
take care of business down there at
Right.
TCF.
Right.
He take care of business down there. But yeah, man, Detroit hip hop, yeah. We've been around, man, for a long time. I mean, we used to do shows, open up for Luke, all of them.
Right.
You know, did a show with Big Daddy Kane at U of M.
Wow.
Did a show with the Ghetto Boys down in Ohio that he was the promoter.
Ghetto Boys.
Wow.
And
MC Breed.
yeah.
I promoted that show.
Yeah, so been around for a
was
long
you?
time
That was
doing
you?
that. But later on, after I left, the industry, stopped doing that. Tone was club DJing,
Okay.
and so I was his protege. Not his protege, but
Right.
his guy on the side, the hype man, get the crowd going, this, that, and the other. And we did that. We turned a club that wasn't doing nothing to a 6-night venue, packed to capacity. You couldn't get in.
Right.
And me and him, I'm saying, we used to sit around the table.
100.
And and I could tell him what I want him to play because I see the crowd and what you get that shit right on.
Right.
And we get right into a move, get into a groove. I just recently stopped doing it, but I still had the urge every time I see somebody DJing just to get up there to do my thing. A lot of people locally had picked up some of the things I was doing back
Right.
then. But as you get older, I just had a birthday. Shout out for that.
Shout out to your
Salute.
birthday.
Shout
Let's
out
go.
to my man DJ Tone.
DJ Tone, happy birthday, Tone.
I'm past the middle 50s now. I'm on the other end of that.
That's
But
good. You
it's
here.
a blessing.
Yeah, you
know what I'm
here.
saying? So,
Absolutely.
but again, the culture is in me. Always
culture
has
not
been.
going
I remember
nowhere.
in
Yeah.
college, way back in, I ain't gonna say what year, but in college, I remember taking a direct drive turntable with a cassette player on a boombox, mixing the records together to try to blend that shit together. And try to just the culture.
Right.
Because in early Chicago, they didn't have hip hop. Wasn't it was one of them cities that didn't gravitate to the hip hop right away. It was more to the R&B, soul music, this and the other. But I always loved hip hop. I remember going on a journey to New York City.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just going to New York City just to go to Latin Quarters.
Right.
Jumping in a slant back Seville. Say, come on, y'all, let's roll.
Right.
We went
That's
out.
our spot right there.
So for
LQ.
y'all, what was your spot back then? What was because
y'all
was right there.
We was in the tunnel.
We
The
was
tunnel.
Y'all right there. So what was y'all?
We was at the tunnel.
We was at the rink.
Roxy's.
We was at the rink. We was at the tunnel. We
Burgerfield
was
skating
at
rink.
We was at the what's the name of it? That's so many spots. Was that Latin Quarters?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
there's
was at
Latin
the Sound
Quarters,
Factory.
Union Square.
We was at
It was
Union
Latin
Square.
Quarter, Union Square,
Cube,
was that
baby.
the rooftop?
the rooftop.
The rooftop.
Right.
Just
It was
clubs,
so
huh?
it was so
It was all
much
over.
because it was a lot, but you know we messed it up. We
You know,
all the
and-
fights and,
and-
all
Yeah,
that.
all that kind of stuff.
We
Shut
like
it
giving
down,
our,
you know
we
what I
like
mean?
giving our
Yeah.
flowers out while they here again, and I must say this because we shout out to Dame Dash for that paid in full.
Yeah.
That paid in full, like
sir.
that's, I literally watched that paid in full movie at least 3 times a week and
Yep.
never get tired of watching
It's a
it.
classic.
It's
a
a classic.
That's what a classic
The
is.
movie is great, you know what I'm saying? Because it makes it more personal because we lived that.
Yeah,
He was there.
He was
you
there.
know,
Yeah.
so that
You can relate to that.
you know, that what makes this whole movement good. And also, from a question earlier, shout out to Sergio Ticini because they do see
yeah.
the value in us. Shout
Yeah,
out
see?
to Sergio Ticini.
Right.
They want
sir.
they're
That's
one
the
of our
company that
sponsors.
supports us.
Yeah.
Like,
Sergio
Sergio
Ticini. Shout out to Sergio
Right.
Ticini. Shout out to Chris over there, Sergio. He keep
Right.
that Sergio coming.
Yeah, we rock with them.
You know, they rock with us. They appreciate us for what we do.
See, a lot of
And
these companies, they give you their ass to kiss. Like,
They
I would
do.
just put it
Right.
out there. They give
do.
you their ass to kiss.
Like
And-
we need them.
Like we need them, and we
Yeah.
don't. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because people are doing it because as a whole. I mean, we personally, but as a whole,
Yep.
everybody's. If we start rocking it, you out of business.
Let Chris know. Let
You
him
know what I
know.
mean?
Get with us. We get that shit back in the stores here.
Yeah, true,
Because
true.
they love the old everything here.
Right.
Like what
Yeah,
you was talking
yeah.
about earlier. Man, y'all
Yeah,
on
Sergio
something.
Ticini,
But it's
man.
not a gimmick. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
It's not a
we doing
gimmick.
what we do.
It's
We
love it.
doing what we do. It's for
a
the love of the
lifestyle
culture.
can never be a gimmick. There's a difference between a fad and a gimmick. This is a lifestyle. A classic car is a lifestyle. Fashion is a lifestyle. Music is a
a
lifestyle.
lifestyle.
That's why when we shout out to KRS-One, shout out to Big Daddy King, just went to the verses, and I felt like it just came out. I was there. I was able to relate to the music that came out back in the 80s that they put out. It's a lifestyle. That's why this whole classic car movement is going so rapid and catching on like a wildfire because everybody can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? And for me, tell you the truth, I'm happy that this, for the most part, shout out to the younger people, but I'm happy it's a lot of 35, 40s and up that's really
For real.
gravitate into
Yeah.
this because this is my day parties now. I don't go out and party. I don't do none of that. This is what I do.
For
This
real.
is my parties. I'm in the
Facts.
house by 7:30 chilling, and I'm watching. If I want to go to the party, I'm looking on Instagram and Facebook. I'm watching everybody else going to the parties, and they hanging out. I don't go hang out no more. I don't do none of that. This is my enjoyment. Jump in the car, call fellas up.
Early in the
Listen,
morning.
let's go grab some brunch somewhere.
Wait, say it again.
Early
Yeah.
in the morning.
Hey, we be at spots now. Like when we first started off, we used to go driving 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. We get back home at 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Nah.
Being that we be in the game now, we see how the car culture does it. They be 8 o'clock in the morning, cars and coffee. 8 o'clock in the morning, by 12 o'clock, 1 the latest is over with. You
with.
can enjoy
Done.
the rest of your day.
Yeah.
When are you gonna cut that top off of that CSI?
He's looking to get one. He's been looking to get one.
Yeah, I'm
for the
looking to
longest.
get one
That's
just
that question.
just
Yeah.
to do that.
He's
Now-
been looking to get one.
Yeah,
I
just
bought one out of Texas.
Wow.
And I bought one out of Florida.
Jeez.
Those guys have a club. Some of the other persuasion, but they got a big club and they chopped it. All of them got the tops. And
wow, I need to see that.
We got
That's
link
the
with
thing,
them,
finding
right?
somebody
Yeah.
that could do it correctly.
Yeah, that's the difference. You
It's
gotta
a
make
dude-
sure it's
Is that
done
right
correctly.
there's a company
What, that
in
black
Florida that does it and does
Is it
it
a company?
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure
That's
now
what's
with
up.
the technology they have now in place that they could do it correctly. Back in the days, It looked good when the top down.
Yeah,
when you put
but
that
the
top
top
up, it looked like
ugly.
the Mustard's car.
Right.
But
Yeah.
now I'm sure, with the technology, they can tuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've only
so-
known one dude out of Florida, some Hispanic dudes that did it right.
Okay.
Right. Do you know they actually made convertible 8 Series, but they only made 3 of them. It was a prototype, and
Wow.
because it's actually in a museum in Stuttgart in Germany, where we know where they make BMWs at.
That red
Yeah.
one was one of
So,
them, wasn't
yeah.
it?
So they literally made it. It just never went into production because they couldn't get the engineering correct.
Let's
that top, yeah.
let's
Yeah.
try to get DJ Tone into the show.
You gonna get him on the phone?
Let's see if he'll pick up.
He in Red Dog right now.
I knew that third gonna bring up Red Dog.
Everybody staying in his hotel and now he gonna sleep in Red
Hey,
Dog
look, when the
tonight.
show is over, when the show
We
is
got
over,
Thorough up at the convention center.
Thorough, he gonna be on the way.
DJ
on 75.
Tone.
Yo,
What up, Tone?
Where Red Dog at?
what's happening?
Hey, we at the podcast, man. We want to give you a shout out. We've been giving you some love. We just want to give you an
Happy birthday
opportunity
to
to,
you.
say something, man.
Oh man, it's a blessing to have my brothers here from New York, the founders,
Let's
and
go.
New Jersey,
Let's go.
and really appreciate them coming down to come, support us, helping us support them at the same time.
Thank you, y'all, for coming up top 2 hours too. So love is
Yeah,
mutual.
so
Hey,
yep,
man.
and man, look forward to kicking it for the rest of the weekend till they fly up out of here.
Hey, look, special shout out to you, man, for holding it down there while we came to do this.
Yeah,
man, it's been a busy day.
Working, baby.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
worth it tomorrow.
They
Hey,
said-
man, you the man.
the
Happy
low
birthday
riders.
to you again, my brother. We share a birthday 7 days apart. I love you, man. You're a good dude, man.
You still down there?
I appreciate it, man. I love y'all too, man. Brothers
Yeah.
for life.
What do you love me?
That's dope.
Yeah, I gotta love the engineer, the whole everything.
Okay, well, since you love me so much, you know that Benz I want, right?
Hey, he didn't say red. Hey, look, he didn't say red dog. Hey, look, he didn't say red dog. Thorough was looking over
Speaking
there.
of which, Glenn, are you coming down tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right.
I've canceled the
Okay.
show in order to come down
Let's go.
and mess with y'all. So
That's what's
Yeah,
up,
let's
man.
go, let's go.
Okay. Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Welcome, Vent
Yo,
Radio up in the
Glenn,
house.
we got the- we
Y'all
got
have
a
a good
special
one.
white couch for you, big.
Yeah, we got something for
Living
you
room
to chill out
seven,
on.
we got
That
Now-
section out.
seven chairs.
now they got me a couch. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
we
get the
good.
coupe. I
You
want
gotta get the
the
coupe.
coupe. I want
You
the
don't
coupe.
want the couch, you want the coupe.
They gonna give me the couch.
They got so
Okay.
many, they can give you one.
Well, brother, we wanted to call you. This is the launch party. This is the jump off show for
Let's
the
go,
BBS
man.
boys.
Let's go.
And we can't just say Detroit. We got to say New York,
Let's
Jersey,
go. Let's go.
and
Oakland.
Oakland.
Baltimore.
Shout out to
That's
all the
Maryland.
chapters. Just shout it out.
Yeah.
We got
Where?
Tom
Baltimore?
Malone on the way coming from Maryland. That's BBS Boys Maryland. Him and his wife is on the way down here, so they should be here.
Oh yeah.
Any minute
Yeah,
now. So
that's
Tom
100%
Malone, we here waiting, man. We got
Yeah,
these
Ty.
drinks up.
What up,
You
Ty?
already
Yo,
know.
Ty,
Let's
what
go,
up,
man.
man?
We waiting on you. We down here, baby.
So what you doing down there, man? Give us.
Well, right now they're about to kick us out of here.
Oh, okay.
We set up 2 sides actually. We helped Envy on his side. We added some cars to that, and then our side is
Complete.
phenomenal. Actually, our side wasn't even supposed to be. They once we came here strong with all the paid in full cars, they switched the whole format.
Tell them what they gave
So
us.
let us say where. Yeah, he's live right now at TCF Center.
And-
we
Go.
we setting up for
yeah,
the show
yeah.
tomorrow.
Hey, Tone, tell them what they gave us. They gave us the middle.
Yeah, they gave us a center attraction right across from the his main attraction
Yeah,
due to how many vehicles we brought
Exactly.
in.
So
And-
they tried to put us where? Up against the wall with about
Yeah.
7, 8
Yeah, they
cars?
tried to put us against the wall with the BMF symbols, but it didn't work out.
Hey, look,
Nah.
and like how you would say, Tone. What? Nah, man, we not doing that.
Envy,
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. I need that, man. I need that.
Envy so when the convoy rode through, Envy saw that he was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna have to put y'all a little better.
Envy
Then
said
he
this
said- then he
morning
said-
coming out the hotel, he said, I ain't even have to bring a lot of my
Yeah.
cars because y'all got all of
No,
them.
he said he ain't bring none of his old school
Yeah.
cars. 'Cause we
Yeah,
got
he
it
said he
covered.
didn't bring none of his old school cars due
We
to the
got it
fact
covered.
that we had them all.
Then he asked you, can y'all cover it?
Yeah, he
Stop
asked that
playing.
twice. I'm like,
So,
what?
Tone,
Can
let
we
me
pull the circle?
let
We
me-
asked him, could he cover it?
let me ask you this: Is DJ Envy, is he a car enthusiast as
Oh,
well?
is he? His collection crazy.
Yeah,
Got crazy.
yeah.
His collection is.
DJ Envy
Hey.
told us, right, when he was on his way up here to the airport, the truck that was pulling his cars, $1 million worth of cars, had a flat. He said he jumped out and stood with him.
I'm
until
not
he
catching
fixed
my
the
plane.
flat.
I'm gonna listen to plane flight on this.
One of his assistants
He
told
said-
us he had an issue with one of the cars that could be easily fixed. He was like, man, I need another car. I don't want that no more. He wanted to sell
That's
it.
that 850.
Yeah, he just said to get rid of that.
Just sold it to
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so you know, that's a car enthusiast, but that's also somebody who know what they like, and what they want. You know what I mean? So
He
He
loved
said
that
he sat,
850
He sat
too.
there with the truck dude until they came and fixed the flat. Then he caught his flight.
Yeah, when I was up there with a artist that I represent, and we did the Breakfast Club, he had given his wife a Rolls truck
Okay.
that day. So I didn't know if he was just into, you know, because he can afford all the new stuff. So
He into it.
I didn't know if he was really into it.
He
or
into
not.
no, he into it, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he looking for
All
another.
right. Well, shout out to
I know what
the #1 urban radio show in
go.
America, which is the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
Let's go, DJ Envy, Angelina, Charlamagne, what up,
man? Good looking.
Let's go, let's go.
Good looking.
Yeah, I mean, to see a young black man to live his dream out the way that he has as a DJ.
True.
Yeah.
You know, as a DJ.
He work hard too.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes off that radio still.
And
like
he
the
know
parties.
his worth. And
Yeah,
he
true.
make them folks pay.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
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 Definitely
But-
do that.
We saying you got to, but we know a whole lot of brothers that's
No.
qualified that won't ask for the paper.
Oh yeah, but we gonna start. We gonna.
That's exactly what I said about BBS.
Yeah, we
Right,
gonna,
that's right.
That ain't happening
Yeah,
to
that's
us.
what
We
we-
ain't playing
Hey,
those games.
Black business services, man.
Yeah.
Black
Business Services.
Let
we
them
know
know,
our, we
big.
know our
That's
worth.
what's
We
up.
know
Let 'em
our
know,
value.
big.
We not.
Black business
Services.
services.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's
Good.
happening.
Yeah.
You know, so once again, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. We're not ending the show right now, but I just want to give a shout out to the people who do
Shout
chime in. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Vic
And also
Radio.
shout out to y'all, man,
Yeah,
for just
shout out.
making the trip to support us and what we doing.
We had to be here.
You know what I mean?
We had to be here. We had to be here.
Yeah,
So
we
let me,
appreciate
do
all
you
that.
guys, does the different chapters do, and I'm not trying to liken this to any kind of motorcycle club, but in terms of the different chapters around the country, do you kind of organize it the way that the
Oh yeah,
The
we
Bike
have
Boys
meetings.
do.
We have
Absolutely, we have
meetings.
meetings.
We just had a meeting before we came here. On Tuesday we have.
Tuesday we
We
have
on the phone. We have
Okay.
meeting. We talk about plans. You know, just
Bylaws.
bylaws.
virtual
we
meetings,
just,
man.
We talk about
So there, each
Future.
chapter has a president and a
and
and a
Ambassador.
vice
Yeah,
president.
ambassadors,
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have all member. We have member rules. We have rules that people put.
All members
Dues, we
pay. All members pay dues and
Okay.
everything.
Yeah,
Like, it's
Dues,
true.
man.
Like it's real
Yeah.
hardcore.
So
like,
the
we get into
dues,
it.
when the dues comes into the organization, is that for the upkeep of the vehicles,
No, that's
Nah,
really for
nah, that's for, like,
merchandise.
just
Whatever
merchandise.
they want to do for
Yeah.
you.
travel?
Travel
this, that,
Travel
and the other.
expenses,
Okay.
what you
You
want
know,
But-
when
and each-
something wrong with the car, something like that. If say, for instance, I had an issue with my car, and if the funding wasn't there, whatever, my brothers is gonna look out for me as that. You know what I mean? To get
Absolutely.
it done,
Okay,
and vice
that's where
versa.
I was
You know what
going.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and we got certain people that work on the cars.
Yeah.
You know, so we got a, I wouldn't say credit line, but we got credibility.
Well, you should.
You know what I'm
should
saying?
have
We
the
got
credit
credibility
line
with
too,
these
with
people.
many cars as y'all got.
Yeah, we got credibility with
But
the
it's,
people.
it's hard to find a good mechanic.
Yeah, but we working on it.
Yeah, for
reliable
foreign
mechanics.
cars. It
Yeah.
is. It
Yeah.
is.
Reliable body shops and
Yeah,
all that. It's hard.
man.
We-
It's
Yeah.
hard. Those parts is hard.
This
to
guy
find.
right here, man. This guy running around every day, and he, if he had a camera, if we could build a camera on his back and just put it over there, so, his story alone, this guy running around every day to go to different shops, he picking up, dropping off, and he be cussing motherfuckers out all day, every day.
Word up.
I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
because I mean, you know, it's his passion. It's what he
Yeah.
loves.
Yeah. without a
but
doubt.
every day he go hard.
Yep,
And I'm like, yo, this
I
dude
had
is-
a,
you know what I mean?
I had a African brother that used to work on my cars, and he passed and gave the business went to his sons. Boy, oh boy,
See?
Wasn't the same.
It's not the same.
it's not the same.
And we just looking for that quality mechanic and quality body shops. We
Yeah.
got a bunch of them, but
Right.
we trying to find the
That
right
one.
one. First
Just-
of all, they talk that shit.
Yeah.
In the beginning, they
In the
always
beginning.
do. I'm with it.
And we
I'm with
we
it.
put that work
Once you
on them.
put that work
They
on
can't
them,
handle
They
the work
can't handle it.
on
They running. They tuck and roll.
We know about that.
They tuck and roll.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Bo Henderson says, how many more cars do each of y'all want? And Thorough, what's your next car?
Ah, a red dog.
Red dog. Red dog. Hey, that's
Thorough
DJ told me that one. He was like,
Thorough
what?
next car. What Thorough really wants is the Impala.
Yeah, I'm getting it's gonna be a rag top Impala, something from anything from a 1960 to a 64.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my next car, a rag top Impala.
Switches on it too.
Yeah.
Very true. I gotta tell y'all this story real quick. This happened today. We're wiping down cars, and I said, Thorough, I got a 1957 Chevy.
57.
57
And then fake.
Chevy pickup truck. Snow White.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is like
Hammerhead shark, baby.
I said, Thorough, man, this how we gonna drive these cars down. You gonna drive this 57. Old school classic. He stopped me. Hold on. Where's Red Dog?
Where's Red
Where's
Dog?
Red Dog?
Oh, where's Red Dog? I'm like, but this the 50. Nope, where Red Dog?
Tell him when they meet Red Dog, they gonna understand.
Yeah, they understand.
Red Dog.
But no,
Red Dog.
add to
Come
the
to the car
story
show.
though. Add to the story. Why we was wiping off all these damn cars.
Yeah, all day.
Thorough,
Dog
never.
chilling. He chilling. He
never
walking
wiped
through,
out
seeing
any
everybody.
cars.
Nothing. That Red Dog came in there.
Yeah.
He wiping pipes. He wiping
finger.
No, Devo went underneath the car.
Yeah, he did the
He
grill.
raised up Red Dog.
No way.
Yeah,
Devo
Thorough
went
was up under
underneath the
there.
car, was wiping the
Hey, look,
frame.
I peeped
big.
him. He repped the grill, stepped back, and was like, "Yeah."
Now, if y'all want to see the video, go to BBS Boys page.
Yeah,
there you go.
Because
It's
Devo was wiping down the
Yeah.
cars, and I'm
Red
like,
Dog.
yo, this all day you ain't touch no car. As soon as the Red Dog get there, you all touching cars. And
Right,
shit.
right. Without
That's
a doubt.
the passion right
Hey,
there.
But I want to make a note, though. I want to make a mental note for everybody out there. We can't do this stuff without the support of our families as well. You know,
Yeah.
Matt got his family down there. Nephew
His
that
daughter
done
was
some
with
things,
him,
brought him back and forth. You know,
Yeah,
K doing his thing. You know, what I mean,
That's right.
we got support from all over.
And I want to say, personally, I want to thank my wife Barbara for letting me come out.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Barbara.
Let me get on that plane with my fellas. You know.
Yeah,
That
you know what I'm
was-
saying?
that
That's real
was-
talk. That's real talk, though.
That was my next question. That's where I was going. With the kind of money that you guys put into your vehicles and the upkeep of the vehicles, what does wifey say?
I gotta.
You got to take that question.
Let's go.
You got to take
I'm
that
done
question.
with that
Take
one.
that
I
question.
already said
This
thank
how
you,
it
babe.
went. This how it went with me, and I don't know about the rest of y'all. Oh, you buying old school cars now? Baby, this just a couple cars I'm gonna buy. I buy the first car, okay. I see it, it looks nice. I buy the second car, okay. That kind of got into our pockets a little bit. I bought the third car, which was her car, a 4-door Porsche.
Ooh-wee.
I haven't had no problem since.
Insane.
There you go. There you go.
But
No problem since.
also he can't even drive it.
Right. He can't drive it.
Real talk.
Yeah,
And we went to the house today. He was like, "She ain't moved none of these cars, man." And we got cars out. He opened the garage of the car, sitting right there, and he just bought her another car.
Wow.
He just ain't moved the car. So
Wow.
Matt, go ahead and tell yours,
I
man.
just wanted to, tell my little story about
Let's
my
go.
wife. I bought 2 cars in the pandemic,
Okay.
and she said after the first car came. Actually, I bought 3 cars. I'm sorry.
It was 3.
I'm sorry. I bought 3 cars during the pandemic, and after the first car, she thought I was just going through something because we stuck in the house. Ain't nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
We wasn't working.
Aggravating us out.
Yeah,
to death.
I
We
was
had to
going
get into
nuts.
this car game.
Well, after the third car, she said, "You know the pandemic ain't going nowhere. Like it's still a pandemic. Are we okay?" So I just wanted to say, long as home taken care of,
Yeah.
the wives really don't.
Yeah,
I
they
ain't
don't
heard
beef.
none of the fellas say they wives was
Always.
tripping.
Well, you know, some of them scared to tell.
Long as
Yeah.
home-
Check this out.
Say that again.
Some of them scared to
Oh
tell.
my God.
So my story.
Oh my
My story is this. My story is this. So I always like cars, this, that, and the other, and all that, right? My fellas was always doing their thing. So I've been, and I'm gonna tell this to the audience. I've been going through some stuff medically for some years. I had a transplant, cancer. I'm in remission right now, doing all that. Don't mean to get sentimental on nobody.
My man.
God, let's
My man. Let's
You
go.
know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. My fellas know we're a crew. We always have been a crew.
Deep crew.
I'm at home one day, and they called me. You know, I wasn't getting out regularly. I've been paying all these hospital bills. My transplant alone, out my pocket, was $95,000, and I got insurance. So I've been paying that. You know what I mean? It's paid off. That's done. You know, I just ain't had the toys. I couldn't have them at the time.
Yeah.
But I kept my old school caddy. Keep the wife good, like y'all talking about. Keep her riding brand new all the time, and take care of business. So they called me up one day, say, "E, what you doing?" I'm like, "I ain't doing nothing, man. We about to come by. I want to talk to you about something." I'm like, "Okay." So this when the movement was first getting started, Reg. So they come through, and they, you know, I'm sitting outside. They said, "We want to have a meeting with you." I'm like, "Okay, cool." They come in and have a meeting. They say, "Look, man, we about to do this BBS thing, you know, and we want you in. We can't do it without you. So you got to have a car. So we bought you a car."
Wow.
Real talk right there.
We bought you a car.
That's real talk.
See, that's what. Now that's what I'm talking about.
And you can't say no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'll be the one like, "Oh, man, I got, you know.
That's
no,
hard.
man, we can't do
That's
this
love
without
right
you." You
there.
know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Back then, let me just
It's
give you a little
tearjerker,
history.
big.
Back then, as we all rode,
Yeah.
I was in Force a guy.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I'm still
Yeah.
fucked up now.
Oh,
man, this stuff
man.
and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with all that.
Yeah.
I really
So
know.
I'm that guy that you can always rely on. That's why I always talk about integrity
Absolutely.
and loyalty and all that type of stuff.
Sure.
You can call me any time of the night. I'm there.
That's Tom Malone right
You
there.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm here. I got you.
Time
I'm
alone.
there.
I'm gonna tell you how loyal the BBS boys is. Tone's still on the damn phone.
Yeah.
Toe,
still on the phone.
Toe, you got good battery, big.
Hey,
Look at
my
Chuck.
wow. Boy, you're damn right.
Damn right.
So to make a long story short, they
Damn,
called me
he's still
and we
on the
went and had a
phone.
meeting in my garage. We had a meeting and we
Wow.
sitting there and I'm like, don't know what's going on. They're like, we going to Jersey. The only thing you got to do is you got to go with us to get it.
That's it.
And I'm like, man, I'm sick as hell. Okay. I just said, all I told them was, yes, I'm going to go. I'm going. And we're going to put wheels on it when we get there.
Oh,
You posted that.
Reg,
Insane.
Reg did that.
I'm gonna repost that video. That's hot right there. I like
He
that
said,
right there.
He said, when we
Being
got
that
there
we heard
with the
the
trailer,
story.
we ride. I'm sick in the back of the car. I'm like, you know, I don't feel right, this, that, but I'm going because my brothers is doing this for me.
But you know
They
what's
all-
crazy? I know why they
Oh.
brought you, because I know you the enforcer. You know, you ain't worried about none
No,
of
no,
us
it
for
wasn't that.
Oh,
It wasn't that
okay.
because that had already been.
Oh, okay.
They had already
Oh, yeah,
been
that's
a
the
few
second
times.
trip.
That was the second trip.
Oh, yeah,
They
okay.
was just telling me.
Oh.
My part I
Oh,
gotta
they
do.
was trying to surprise
They
you.
was like, my
They
part
just
is
want- time to
I
get you
gotta
out the
go.
house. When they get you out the house.
You know,
man.
my part
Yeah,
is
get
I
you out the
gotta
house.
go.
Yeah.
It wasn't about none
Yeah,
of that
get
because
you
I
out
already
the house.
asked questions
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
Is y'all good?
Yeah.
No, we done made several.
Yeah,
Blah blah
yeah,
blah. You know,
yeah.
so all that was good.
Okay, good.
You know, that was
Confirmation
It was
was
more
more.
about. It
Yeah.
was more about they saying, you know, your ass, we getting you. You got to at least come.
You gotta come.
You know, so I'm like, okay, I went,
I
and we
couldn't
did
never- I
that.
couldn't
That
even
shit
tell
was
you
that
was sick.
shit
That's
was
insane.
crazy
Like, that's
when we
just-
got there.
I
And
couldn't
look,
tell at all.
hey,
You
look,
was-
man, they don't know, but I was
You
in
was
the back
helping me
seat.
change the tire. He told
Look.
me you was sick.
I was in the back seat on the way there. My stomach was so, you know, I told y'all, I was like, man, and I was in so much pain because it just happens here and
It's
there.
a
You know.
testimony.
And look, check
Sunday
it out.
at
They don't
12
even know.
o'clock at,
When I saw the
Trying
car,
to put that church music
when I
on.
saw the car, I like this sector, huh?
I'm finna go
When I
through
saw
my
the car,
blood.
what they was trying to do for me, I already
That
know my
was
brothers
dope.
love me. I already
Yeah,
know,
that's
you know,
crazy
got love
right
in my
there.
heart.
That's love
But they
right
was like,
there. Yeah.
each one of them called each other and had already put the money together.
Yeah, that's
to do
dope.
it. And like you can't.
They
say
ain't
no.
tell. I went to go get the car. They ain't telling me. Go
Yeah,
get.
let's
I
call
went to go
him
get it.
to go check the car
I
out
went to go get the car
before we bought it.
Yeah,
He
we
went
gotta
to go look at it. And
That's
he all the
dope.
way, you know, a whole 5-6 states over, you know, to go
That's
do that.
dope.
That's love. And so
that's
we get
crazy.
there, we go get the car, we put it loaded up, come on back. I'm in the back seat like getting insurance on the car.
Wait a minute, go back. As soon as we got the car, before we put it on the trailer, what did we do?
Change the wheels.
We
Right
put
there.
Right on there. What
Put
did
the
we put on
BBS
there?
on there.
Right there, outside my house.
Right on there.
Outside my house, a nice sunny day. We having
Putting
a ball.
BBs on it.
The video was on the page.
Put
Right.
BBs on
We
just to
gotta
put it on the
repost that.
trailer.
We
Yeah,
gotta repost that.
But
yeah,
check
I'm
it out.
gonna do that.
Hey,
That's
look,
crazy.
here's the
I
car.
never knew none of this.
That's the car right there.
Yeah, I never knew none of this. Insane.
Oh, it's right there. Yep,
Wow.
that's the car right there.
And look, we didn't just throw wheels on and leave it alone. Car done been in the shop. It's in the shop right now because we gonna get it right the way it's supposed to be. And we've talked a couple times about buying another car. I was like, no, we gonna keep putting money into it because I want the stick. It's the only 5-speed in the crew.
Keep that stick.
It's the only 5-speed in the crew. So we're going to keep that car. And it's sentimental to me because my brothers, they went out
No,
their
you
way
got
to do
it.
all
That's
that, man.
crazy
That's
right
crazy.
there. This is
So
the first
that's
time
what's
hearing
up.
that story.
I tell my story of how I got the car. I just got a car. Hello? What's up, Tony? Yeah, man, we buying E a car, man. So we need $1,500. All right.
Damn.
That's it. That's how
Well,
I
you
roll.
know, man,
That's hard.
it's
That's what
it's a hell of a
do.
story.
All right, well, I need an Impala, so
Here it go.
I'm not fucking with Thorough. I'm not fucking with Thorough.
I got something. You can put me on your tour. Yeah. And I'll hype man for you.
Going to London.
I'm gonna hype man for you.
Wu-Tang 57. I'm good. Good right now.
Well, you know,
But no, I had to share that because to
that's
me,
a testimony.
to
Yes.
me, man, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't about the car, like I told you before.
That's deep.
The car is the vehicle, right? For us to show other people. But
It's
the
about the
unity
unity. It's
and
about
the
the
love
unity, yup.
and the support and everything we about to manifest this thing into, boy, you can't stop this movement. This black business services for real.
Barbara Hardin says, "Thank you, baby." Who's ever
Barbara Hart.
Barbara Herndon.
Herndon, I'm sorry.
Thank you, babe. I love you, babe. That's my wife.
Yeah, he tried. He tried.
I love you, Bob.
We just
Shout out to wives too, man.
we just found out the one who ain't telling.
Shout out to wives.
Listen,
Maybe
man.
that broke the
told
ice.
me, she
Maybe that
said
broke the ice.
she been knowing these guys since me and her been together, right? And she told me, she said, when I told her about the car, she thought I just went out recklessly and bought the car. And I said, oh, you know, my dude's bought the car. She said, there they go with that shit. There they go. You know, you're going to be now gone all the time. I said, ain't nothing finna be gone all the time and none of that.
Weekend.
These my dudes, you already know that. She said, no, I love them for that because I don't want your ass sitting around the house getting older and not doing shit.
Yeah.
You know, because you can easily, like you say, just sit down.
heck
And, not,
yeah.
and I don't
But you
claim
know
my
what?
ailments.
To tap onto that,
Yeah.
you got some great wives. Man.
Oh yeah,
Shout out
100,
to the
100,
females. Shout out to
100%.
BBS
My wife is she's my rock,
I'm
man.
Tell you,
Yeah,
what my
shout
wife
out.
did, what my wife did yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. We
With
can
the
always,
hotel?
we
that
can
was
always
so
call
good.
on them. Yeah, look, we can always call on them.
Let's go.
I wish I
That
had
was
a
100.
I wish I
We can
had a
always call.
mold I could put my wife in and and then mold her into a vehicle
Oh,
and
man.
put some wheels on her.
And you know the
Listen,
good
man.
thing about all that too is they all know each other.
They all
So
know
our
each
wives
other.
all know each other. At least
They all
once
know
or two
each other.
times a year we get together,
together
and
and
let
do
them, you know, do their thing. They got their own relationships, but you know, it's one of them things where we don't just talk about it, we're about it. You know what I mean? And it's like
Real talk.
we can't let, like to your point, ain't no cancer finna come into this. My wife knows she can't say nothing
with that.
crazy about my dudes
Yeah, I ain't with
because she don't know them like that. So stay in your place.
This supposed to be the
You know what I'm saying?
outlet for you
But
to
at the
have
same
peace.
time, she can coach me up
Yeah.
on what I need because that's my better half.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Real
Yeah.
talk.
Absolutely.
If you got stress at the workplace, even if you have stress in the home, this supposed to be an outlet that you're supposed to go out
Get out and
and
do
enjoy.
something. Right.
You can't. My last
Well,
resort
there's
not
that
gonna
Impala.
be.
Oh man.
But you know, in all seriousness, man, it
Yes.
was a pleasure
Yep.
getting you guys to come over
Thank
to
you.
Event Radio. That's the first thing.
Shout out to that, y'all.
The second thing, for all of you folks that keep saying out of your mouths publicly that black men don't support each other, this is proof positive tonight on the Event Radio Network with the BBS Boys and their BBS show
Let's go.
that is a myth.
One love, baby.
You just got to put the right dudes together.
You have
Yeah.
to.
That's all that
doubt.
have to happen.
100.
And they don't have to be in the same state.
No.
Oh, hell no.
Virtual
We're in
now.
different
That's
states.
that's
Yep.
what make it hard when you try to do it in the same state.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're absolutely right about that one.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Nah, but we coming together, man. We forming like Voltron.
That's it. That's it.
Hey, listen.
All right.
As your host tonight, I want to thank y'all for tuning in.
Let's go.
You know, E Double in the house.
Let's
I'll
go.
be your house be in this house every Wednesday, giving y'all a shout out.
What time?
And also, hey, every Wednesday at 7.
Damn.
And where
7 every Wednesday.
and where's the club gonna be tomorrow?
Down at the TCF. Make sure you formerly
Get your
Cobo Hall.
tickets, get your
Make sure you
tickets,
get
get
down
your
there and get your tickets. Make sure you're going out to
Have a
Event
good
Bright. or you can go down to the dang on to the door, right to Envy's page.
And the name of the event again. Let's give them the name of the event.
Dream car.
Yeah, drive your dream car. You know what I'm saying? Special shout out to my guest, guest, DJ Thorough.
Yes.
Hey, what's up?
Now, his name is Red Dog.
Red Dog. My man's Vernon.
Where's Red Dog?
Man. What's up, man?
Let's go.
We working.
And my man Rich Red.
We out here.
All right, we out of here. Peace.
Yo, BBS Boys. My man Tone, nephew Mac, DJ Tone on the phone.
Tone, what Red Dog?
Hey, Boogie in the back.
Follow
I'm
us.
your host. We up out of here.
Follow us.
Vent Radio. Check us out, ventradio.com.
Let's go.
BBS
One love, y'all. We about.
Boys, man. We out here. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, baby.